Hello there boys, welcome to my Harkonen guide. This is going to be a very aggressive opening for Harkonen. We're going to be playing very aggressive, we're going to be taking all the military techs, and I think this is one of the funnest way to play Mr. Baron. It's a very fun way, it's very good. I think it's one of the best ways you can play Harkonen in the live patch, and it's, yeah, very fun. So in terms of things you want to start off with, the foot is obviously the best option out of the bunch. Not because of the money you're going to be getting, but 50% of your manpower will be refunded upon losing a unit. This will be really good, it will sustain your manpower for quite a bit. In terms of your alternative options, there's Raban and Pater, they're the two best. Raban will give you a lot more defense in your backline, which is exactly what you want. You want to be able to attack relentlessly and not have to worry about sieges fucking you up in the back. Pater will give you stealth probes. The stealth probes will be modded, if you use them, to have the +2 intel when participating in a kill. That does stack, so it will give you quite a lot of intel, and you'll be able to spam these drones without having to worry about manpower. So he's also a very good option. For this example, I'm going to be using the Floyd and Pater. But in other situations, you could easily play Pater and Raban and still have pretty good results. Money will not be an issue this game. You might think it might be because I'm going full military, not taking any economy, but it just won't. The foot does not help in terms of money. So to start off with, what you want to do is you want to go for your first spice field, and you want to build another ornithopter and build 2 gunners. The reason you want to build 2 gunners is because these guys will be your base destroying force. They will destroy the army.
Listening.
So that your Cerberuses can kill a base. If you build troopers early, you're basically accepting the fact that you're going to have to delete them later, as troopers are very poor DPS.
Awaiting order. Ready. We're moving.
Take these guys up to here. You might think you'll have some problem taking villages, but as long as it's just a 2 village, you should be 100% okay.
Listening.
Just make sure one unit's together.
Conveyors of destruction.
You should be a-okay. Might have to do a little bit of micro, but that's okay early game.
On watch. Awaiting
So
order.
this guy out. What's most important is that we're going to have to find a special region, and we're going to have to find people to kill.
Wield
We are
instruments
going to
of
be killing our neighbor,
doom.
and we want to be a little bit
Obliteration
specific on who
in
we kill, but,
progress.
looking at traits here, I don't see any that's a manpower trait. This is a manpower trait, so it's a pretty bad one. I'm not sure I'm going for this. It's 4 win strength though, so it's okay. Yep, no manpower trait. So these regions I'm almost certainly going to pillage. We'll go look for a special region, and that'll be the one I'll take. This is incredibly odd map gen. You very rarely get something like this.
Listening. Ready.
An issue. In terms of this, 1 down. Build this.
What's our next step?
These guys go over.
Conveyors of destruction. Listening. Nothing will remain.
Okay, and in terms of techs, the first tech you want to go for is a Rakkus Butchers. Rakkus Butchers will give us the manpower we need to support an army. A smuggler being close to us is good, but the main opponents we're looking for is in this lobby, Carino.
Conveyors
Atreides
of
is also a really
destruction.
good option to kill early. Carino and Atreides are the biggest scalers. Fremen and smugglers literally cannot beat you. They will die. They have no defense whatsoever. Pretty much no faction actually has a defense, but Carino and Atreides can give you the biggest.
No one will survive.
We're just gonna chill on 3 ornithopters. We don't need any more than that.
Awaiting order.
Good Carino's.
Nothing will stand in our way.
These guys, I shouldn't need to rely on
Spice
those.
crew reporting.
We'll build manpower here. This build is incredibly low tech requirement.
Ready for destruction. Conveyors of destruction.
Because once you get the tech that you need, you might as well just delete all your tech buildings. You don't need anything more. pretty bad because it's a 4 region and well diggers. I think it's this one. Fuel cells are pretty bad. You don't necessarily want fuel cells in this. Pillage, scientists, like, just generally pretty poor. The most important thing we're doing right now
We hold
is
instruments of doom.
getting our intel up early. We're going to use that late game.
Awaiting target.
I'm definitely going to grab
Listening.
this. Plascrete isn't going to be an issue, but I definitely don't want to be lacking. We'll build another manpower thing. And we want to bank up as much manpower as possible. We're about to get an agent. As soon as we get it, that's going to go onto...
We hold instruments of
It's going to give us
doom.
even more manpower early.
Ready for destruction.
So in terms of agents, the highest priority early on is Space Guild, is to give you that little bit more manpower. You want to bank as much manpower as possible, and then we're going to use all this manpower to build up a big army, and then we're going to gain it all back when we lose that army. Highest priority is Spacing Guild for the moment. When it gets to about day 25 to 30, we'll be switching this into Chome instead to get Scavenger Team. Spacing Guild is good because it's manpower, and it's also good because of combat drugs. Combat drugs is very good. You want your units to die, and it's very cheap as well.
Listening.
Good. Okay, we saw a siege was here, so we're going to get the code set up right now.
Awaiting target.
Take this real quick. A little bit more plascrete will keep us ahead a little bit. In terms of militia, this is the best militia composition. The demolishers are your DPS.
Ready for
And
destruction.
the best militia DPS you can get. And the heavy militia is a tank. This should give you
Conveyors
the best
of
results.
destruction.
This guy getting a little close to us, but that's okay. The siege has to be, because it can't spawn right next to you, it has to be here or here. So we'll be using either one
We'll
of those.
be there soon.
Next building will be water here. For this run, I'm not going to be interacting with the lanes right away, just to show you what you can do in pretty much the worst case scenario.
One step closer to
No
target.
lane tread whatsoever.
We'll be there soon.
Bringing up your lane thread standing is good. Your end game will be nukes, so keep that in mind. But for the time being, you're okay. This on there.
How?
Not peace treaty with anyone.
Awaiting target.
Being a pariah is not as bad as being a traitor this patch. So if you get into a situation where you think, oh, I can
Ready
trade
for
that person later,
destruction.
I highly recommend you
Conveyors of destruction. No one will survive.
Okay, very good. We've got the beginnings of our army going. I think I'm going to take this. Imperial bases recruitment office is really good.
We'll be there
Other
soon.
really good regions you can get are the Holosync, because this is actually pretty good. Sorry. Actually, no, you get it by default. My apologies. The Polar Sink is really good for a bunch of water. Crescent Ridge is also really good. Get a bunch more water, and Imperial Basin is of course good for your manpower. In terms of what you're going for next, you're going to go for Central Command, and then we're going to go for Ground Command. At this point, I'm thinking I want to build a Cerberus just to start getting my army going. I will not put a crew into here.
Nothing will stand in our way.
Events are garbage. This is really good. Until I build an army, I'll play with this.
We are waiting. Ready for violence.
closer to target.
Krinos really do like choming.
A nice
like
stroll.
So we almost certainly will have to kill him. Giving a look at much authority.
Okay, let's go.
Get nice and close and personal with the Emperor. We have enough manpower at this point that I'm gonna start building my army.
We hold instruments of doom.
No mercy.
So it's gonna go here. It's all good here. I'm gonna save up plascrete because I'm gonna have to use it on main base buildings.
Yes,
If you're worried about being
yes.
contested early in situations like this, don't. Because
No
this is an
mercy.
long military force. Basically, nobody's going to be able to beat this early game. So good luck if you make even more units. We'll do that. We'll stop trading with this though. Keep pillaging, keep the manpower up, keep the intel up, and get as much intel as possible. It's a really good idea to get scavenging teams.
Target acquired.
So in terms of this, the first building we're going to want is barracks. The second building we're going to want is recruitment center. The third building is command post.
The pack is ready.
And all of them are in 3 slots. We're going to
We'll
use as much
die
military
if
power as
need
possible.
be.
Ground command is really important because of the 30% military unit Solari upkeep and recruitment center. Recruitment center is going to allow you to remake your army as quickly as possible. And the 30% military Solari upkeep, since your mods for the Cerberuses don't cost any upkeep in money, will make it so your army is actually very inexpensive as well. You'll see that I'll have a massive army and it'll cost me barely anything.
We are waiting. Where's our prey? The pack is ready.
We got that. Barracks. Barracks is number 1 priority though.
We are
Getting
moving.
the first strike on some of your units is very important.
Okay, let's go.
This is a very unusual Carino army. You won't usually see
We are
Carinos
moving.
with 5 units.
A nice stroll.
Charlotte's here. Worms are actually
We'll
region
take
specific. So if
pleasure
you see
in their
something
death.
like this region is immune. This region is immune as well. This region is immune. Even if it gives you the warning, the game's lying to you. Just keep building services. And we'll start making the scavenge team and the other resolution.
No mercy.
Not focused yet.
We'll die if need be.
And we'll try to take the first
We are waiting. No mercy.
It's okay to run
Running
negative
in the
economy
sand.
in terms of
We are moving.
space as well. In terms of
We hunger for the hunt.
just chill here for a little bit. And we'll go here.
Yes, yes.
Behind. If anyone comes in to contest us, we'll just kill them.
Do you need us?
I'm not sure what the AI is doing, but it's not contesting me, so okay. Definitely want to grab this if I can. The Polysync is also a really good military to forward operating base from. Next thing is support structures and then defense systems.
Running in the sand. A nice stroll.
Try to avoid that if possible.
Okay, let's go.
This out. This is actually really good as well. Keep building Cerberuses. Getting stronger and stronger and stronger. We won't take that because we need to take this. As soon as we're done with that. This siege is looking really mighty fine, so we're gonna go kill
A nice stroll.
that siege makes a lot of sense. We've got scavenger teams, we've got barracks. Pretty good spot. The number one priority here is to get Assassin's Gear. Cerberuses, when they split up into 3 units, they reactivate the Assassin's Gear. So basically, all of your Cerberuses will deal like 120 damage, like at minimum, on their first hit. And especially with the gunners, they will do an incredible amount of damage. The next option is Red Fluid. Red Fluid is definitely one of my favorite mods. Gives them a bit of extra power. Very nice. Even if they use most of the enemy territories, you really don't need to worry about it that much.
Okay, let's go.
Nobody's going to be able to fight with us in this position.
What's our next step?
I've got enough intel in this position that I'm going to pop both of them.
We'll be there soon.
It's mostly just the op.
We are waiting. A gift of
Target the Fedaykin
violence.
first. We'll target the other Fedaykin. As you can see, I'm getting a ridiculous amount of money from this. More money, more money, more money. If the smugglers are stupid enough to fight us, let him. This is a ridiculous amount of stuff we're going to get from this. It's a lot of spice as well, so this will usually end up just supporting a spice economy on its own. Because I want to stall out.
Nothing will remain.
Sorry about that. And we're going to build more Cerberus. As you can see, I'm in a pretty good position in terms of money. I got this event. Very nice. Let's take that. More manpower. Build some more. And we're going to wait for a bit more plascrete. The plascrete events I see this, but
Nothing will stand in our way.
gonna grab this, gonna grab this, we're gonna grab Sleeper Agent. Sleeper Agent, you usually need 2 land thread operations, I believe. It doesn't say, but yeah, I believe you need 2 land thread. Those will be what agents will be in later, but kind of not as much.
Ready for violence.
So we built the Cerberus, we're gonna build 2 more.
Running in the
We'll
sand.
give them a little bit of a chance to heal up.
A nice stroll.
And we're gonna go for Korea very soon. If we can kill them month 3, we'll be in a very good spot. Okay, in this situation, you're basically full build. There are some options here you might want to consider. Countermeasures is very good because people will try to assassinate you in this position, even though you have no territories. It just seems absurdly common for some reason. Other good options are water cellars. It'll enable you, if you can't get the polar sink, to get a better amounts of water so you can support a full army. Air command is also very good. 5 command points isn't that important, and the influence also isn't as important. You'll get quite a lot of influence from it, but it won't be too important. 10% authority production per faction using less command points is also pretty good, but authority really isn't your win con, so you should prioritize it. Economy is basically useless. As you can see, I'm not having any economy troubles at all. So for this example, I feel like I'm in a situation where I can just flat out go for full military. I have the polar sink and nobody's ever going to go for it. They have to be absolutely fucking insane to do that. Composite materials is also a good option for a bit more plascrete. In fact, I'm actually going to do that. Just going to take composite materials, and that's all. That's it. I'm not going to take any more from this. So we keep building up our units.
Running in the sand.
A little bit more. We want to build up a full army. Also, in terms of gunners, the best mods are this 500% attack speed, and range attacks have 20% chance to destroy armor. it'll make it so armor will basically be non-existent. You'll just rip them apart. This should come back in 13 days, so we'll try to pillage it again in 13 days.
The pack is
If you fail
ready.
to find a siege, you can always use events like this and hunt them down. That's all good. These guys are giving us a bunch of manpower. Very good. Keep building. Very nice.
Ready for violence. Running in the sand. Yes, master.
Can't go out just yet. It's fine. We know that there's a siege around here. We can go take that later.
En route.
Yep, losing units is not to worry too much about that.
No
What's most
mercy.
important is that we get our main base buildings as quickly as possible.
We're moving.
Krino was fucking terrified, no surprise.
The pack is ready. Ready for violence.
And yeah, we'll just go ahead. A little bit more plascrete. Never hurt anyone.
They won't resist.
We'll take pleasure in their death.
Command post is also really good, but it's not as important as recruitment office. You basically want to get your army back as quickly as possible. A little bit more militia here. If you had Raban, you would have already got this. We'll do one extra heavy just because
We are
I'm a little
moving.
scared the AI can kind of just do stupid shit sometimes.
A gift of violence.
Keep building Cerberuses, and as you can see, day 10, month 3, I already have a ridiculous
We'll
army.
die if need
Really
be.
pretty slot military, like these guys do ridiculous amount of damage on first hit. But we're pretty set. Worm in this region, the worm is in this region, so we don't need to worry about that. We can move around freely.
A nice stroll.
I actually think I'm going to attack Krino here, especially since he's moving away. I don't know what's this.
Conveyors of
Make it-
destruction.
Yes, yes.
So, watch my money as this happens as well.
We are waiting. We'll take pleasure in their
Just
death.
scavenger team and celebrate and come back up to the base. As you can see, the arm is basically non-existent, just dies instantly.
A gift of
Make
violence.
sure you're just remaking your units, even if they attack you with a full army, you just don't care, you just attack them anyway. As you can see, I'm just getting a stupid money from this.
Yes, yes.
About to get even more recruitment slots, we'll use them very well.
We'll be there soon.
Yeah, we'll come back and rip that apart in a too good.
We are moving.
Smugglers.
Listening.
Do you need us?
Target acquired.
The pack is ready.
Just keep building the army back. If you're counterattacked in this position, it's okay to lose territory too, like
let's go.
damage to you. We can see the
One
siege
step
here.
closer to target.
He's ready for a good old pillage, so we're gonna do that. We're
We
gonna get
hunger for the hunt.
These guys are crazy enough to go for that. No, they want to attack me.
We're
Yeah, it
moving.
can be a little strange sometimes. It's all good. It's like free EXP.
Do you need us?
We'll be there soon. No one will
Smugglers are
survive.
just gonna gonna get absolutely rickety wrecked. This isn't gonna be even a challenge. Yeah, the AI knows he's fucking dead, so we're just running away.
One step closer to target.
A gift of violence. The spice must flow. We hunger for the hunt.
10k yet, and we're already just eviscerating the lobby, so we're in a really good position. Let's keep pillaging. Keep our intel stocks up.
We hunger for the hunt. Okay, let's go.
At this point, with my army as strong as it is, I don't think I have any need for not going, like for going for anything else other than scavenging at this point.
The pack is ready.
So we can't target the
Do
first
you
one, we
need
can't
us?
this unit we're going to though, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Keep building. These guys kind of perform like a lane man there, so like you don't really have to worry too much about people coming to attack you, because if they do, these guys are just going to go sicko mode on them. They'll already have their first strike back again, so
A nice stroll.
not too much for anyone to deal with. Keep building our units. 17 manpower in debt. I assume that's stupid fucking resolution. Guys.
No mercy.
Pillage my way out of there.
We hunger for the hunt.
It's okay, you units, man. I'm good with health there. That's all good.
We are waiting.
We get scavenger network back up. This can also be performed as a chain rush, so it's not even that bad. I don't think I'll go into economy, so it's probably just we're gonna do a little bit more Germany games.
Running in the sand. We'll take pleasure in
Quality,
their
of course,
death.
does not hurt, and a little bit of money, but as you can see, like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. When you have 0 manpower, the only
Do
real
you
negative
need
you have
us?
is that your units won't regenerate. And since we want our units to die, that's not even that bad of a situation. So going negative here, completely okay.
Okay, let's go.
I don't believe they have another one.
On watch.
Even if they do, like, they're losing
Yes?
their main base here is just huge.
Listening.
Yes,
Another door, this problem here.
We are waiting.
The thing is, even like if they defend, like you really just do not have to worry about it, like at all. Like if anything, they'll just feed you bloodbath stacks. This is bloodbath, by the way, simple command. We'll chuck in a couple stealth probes too.
We'll die if need be.
Also the manpower you get from this will actually feed you a
We'll
little
die
bit
if need be.
will actually feed you a little bit of health if you kill the enemy fast enough. Like I said, the mod for this is analysis tools. The one thing I really need to specify this: torture tools is very bad. Sorry, not torture tools. Yeah, actually torture tools is really bad. Attacking in melee only is good, but 100% max health will mean it won't give benefit. Like it will die last, so it's really bad. If you want to use drones for sacrificing, you want to ram them in, like you want to double click them, so you only select them, and then ram them directly into a main base, and hope that they die, but they probably won't. Mounted explosives do not affect main bases, they do affect units, so that can be not that bad of an option. It's probably best to just give them more damage, less armor, it's a good option. Usually like it's not even worth putting the money in there. So we'll just pillage this and we'll go on to the next.
We'll take pleasure in their death. Yes, yes.
This can easily be converted.
Spice crew reporting.
So we're gonna go for a Germany week on from this. here, so we can't leave. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. In terms of options, advanced fortifications is also very good.
Running in the
It's
sand.
expensive. So you might have a little trouble. I'm going to bank up batteries, because the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to build nuclear weapons. If you drop a nuke on somebody and then do this, they die instantly. There is no counterplay to it at all. So as soon as possible, we're going to start developing nukes, and we're going to start sending them.
Okay, let's go.
We're not that low in manpower, it's just a stupid event.
We'll take pleasure in their death.
Yeah, Smuggles just dies here, there's just nothing they can do really. Get more intel though, nothing wrong with that. In terms of agents, I've got a couple more, so I'll chuck that in there,
A nice stroll. Where's our prey?
No, it's not ready just yet, but...
Okay, let's go.
A bit more supply on my units. Lost a few units, that's fine. Let's fill it up with support trains. It's all good.
We are waiting.
More manpower as well. I'll take this out, put it there. Yeah, the priority we're looking for now is that sleeper agent. Sleeper agent is very good. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about this. We're gonna put a nuke in somewhere, I think here. So as soon as we have the option, we're gonna put in nukes. We'll need fuel cells, so we'll put fuel cells here.
Ready for violence.
How long until it's
Running in the sand.
What
Yes,
we'll do is we'll put my main base. This is the pinnacle of Harkonen tech. Oh no, that's not good at all.
Nothing will
Yeah,
stand
it's
in
not
our
good.
way.
So I have to retreat. That's what happens when you have max worms, I guess.
no mercy.
Nothing will remain.
Drones are definitely not your DPS though. You don't want to use drones if you can avoid them.
We'll die if need be. Okay, let's go. We are waiting. Do you need us? A gift of violence. The pack is ready.
It's not too bad to actually go for Fremen in this position. In terms of win cons, like nobody's close to their win con.
They won't resist.
So there's nobody in particular to target. Has like 15k or something. Don't kill them. Just gonna let him do it, I don't care. This position, I guess the best is to go for
Ready for violence.
No one will survive.
The pack is ready.
If they start assaulting your main base,
We are waiting. No mercy.
Slip agents.
Do you need us?
I'll grab this. It's closer to Fremen. I've already got the polar sync, who cares? Yeah, as you can see, I won that fight. Smugglers have 0 whatsoever.
We're moving.
We're gonna want to kill the siege for a little bit more manpower. Actually, we'll check this guy here. Let's get a little more intel production.
Okay, let's go. Running in the sand. We are moving.
Scavenger network, of course. And another billion in the bank. You can chain rush with this if you'd like. It's probably not the best chain rush build, but yeah, it's still reasonable. If you face air units and you're a little scared that your composition can't beat the air units, no need to worry.
Okay, let's go.
They can buzz around as much as they can. You don't care.
Do you need us?
What's our next step?
Because I'm gonna claim a region.
Where's our prey? Running in the sand.
And a little bit more manpower.
We are waiting.
Kill smugglers.
No mercy.
Actually, take this. Nah. I'll try to take a region right next to smugglers. I'll show you a little trick you can do as well.
A nice stroll. Running in the
Shouldn't
sand.
be difficult at all to kill smugglers. Okay, I'll miss this scavenger team for bad.
We are moving. Where's
We're
our
gonna go down
prey?
and this, that's fine. Oh yeah, wonderful, we can look at the side. Wait a little bit more though. It's gonna cost quite a bit of manpower, but that's okay. Start developing nukes. If you're worried about being a pariah, it's not actually that bad. It's not a very
A gift of violence.
thing. And we'll do the greatest of the Harkonen strategies, which is to right-click people's bases. That's all it takes, apparently. Right up here, hopefully. Red drugs. This is 40.
We'll die if need be.
The arm will be shredded so fucking quickly. Over to keep building. If they defend, you can always kill their army as you're doing this. It's no biggie. But you can have their army. GG smugglers, I think. Would be very close to it. Could always nuke them later. It's not too big of a deal. Yeah, I think I won't be able to kill them here, but they're as good as dead at this point. Just kill them.
What is it, Master?
And of course, with the sheer amount of manpower we're making, we're just going to make it back instantly. If smuggler attacks us right now, like literally every one of these units has like 150, like 120 to 150 damage in them.
We hunger for the hunt.
It's not going to be good for the smuggler.
No mercy.
Full army.
Let's
little bit more
go.
Of course, we just have $1 billion in the bank. Start loading the nuke immediately.
Ready for violence.
At this point, you can kind of ignore smugglers. They're just not going to be able to win the game or be killed at any time with our nuke.
Running in the sand.
I might actually now just
No
send this to them.
mercy.
In terms of air units, this is probably the build that uses it the least. So yeah, you don't need to worry too much about rushing your air units.
The pack is ready. We'll die if need be.
Air units are good though. If you can get them, they're good.
Listening.
Do you need us?
Obliteration in progress.
A gift of violence.
This is also very good as well. Just 200% agent recruitment speed, a little bit more,
They won't
slots.
resist.
Your other options here are defense sabotage and defense sabotage. Defense breaches. Best options. For defense breaches, you definitely want to sacrifice that.
We are waiting.
I think I'll take this. If I pillaged it, I'll just take it. I should take it.
Yes,
Take
yes.
authority for it.
Where's our prey?
Leave a little forces back just in case we get.
Running in the sand.
When you like become a big threat to the world, everybody seems to want to fight you. I don't think you have to worry about that too much though.
The pack
Because
is
the entire world
ready.
uniting against you will probably still lose.
We are moving. Ready for violence.
Still loading on nuke. It takes 10 days to complete. So the earlier you get the nuke, the better.
A gift of violence.
Even more manpower. Just keep the engine running. I'll do this one here. I think I'm gonna lose this one. Yeah. Destroy that. We'll go on to the next one. No, I don't want to nuke just yet. I'll nuke Fremen.
We'll take pleasure in their death.
Yeah, as I said, the nuclear silo does take quite a lot of manpower. It's all good, we'll get more manpower here. I think I'll build a couple stock roads to balance it out a little bit.
We are moving. Running in the sand.
I might want to do a trade off.
No mercy. We are moving. The pack is ready.
I should have reset before I
A
did that.
gift of violence.
It's kind of iffy. The Stormy Trojan is spawned in, so I'm not going to take the risk. We're going to go here. We're going to.
A nice stroll. Pursuing working order.
It is definitely a good idea at this point to get enhanced fortifications as I am preparing to nuke. It's only month 6 though.
Do you need us? Where's our
If you're worried
prey?
about people like targeting your demolisher units, what you can do is basically not give a shit. Leave them at the back. If they start
Ready
moving
for
your demolisher units, but yeah. So,
No mercy.
like even if
We
it
are
doesn't
waiting.
take much. Like these guys do.
What's our next step?
It doesn't matter too much. So we'll just go for him. We'll kill him, and we'll come back here and we'll grab this. A little bit of a hint, if you want to take any of these regions here, like you think they're particularly good regions, what you want to do is you want to send one unit, and you're guaranteeing a kill when you do this. You want to send one unit,
We'll take pleasure in their death.
this, and the rest of the units will just go directly into the base. So what will happen is this unit's going to take it, like especially since it splits, right?
We are waiting.
To attack this.
Listening. Nothing will remain.
Invincible as it's taking the damage.
Running in the sand. Do you need us? Where's our prey?
You'll see that
Pack
if
is
someone will try to
ready.
attack us with this full army, like, you might think 38.9 damage base and a couple of spies would do anything. Woefully incorrect, my friend. Woefully incorrect.
Ready for violence.
Making units, keep shooting them. Stop buying training as well, especially since it's so cheap.
We hunger for the hunt. Okay, let's go.
No, don't want to fight anymore.
We'll die if need be.
Keep building up units. Get our units ready. Put down advanced fortifications here. Doesn't really matter too much. As long as you've got this 3-slot military, you just don't need to worry about anything
Do
else.
you
As you
need
can see
us?
by these Cerberuses, 17.6 damage is pretty good already.
We'll take pleasure in their
Usually go a
death.
little bit higher if you can get a military base or something in there though. I'm gonna rip this poor Fremen to shreds.
Yes, yes. We hunger for the hunt. A nice stroll. Where's our prey?
It's a very good event. If you get it ever, you're in a very good position. Fremen are probably one of the factions that have the least counterplay to you, by the way, so
We hunger for the
don't
hunt.
have to worry too much.
Ready
I'm
for
not even
destruction.
really good, not because I can't play, but because I really want this Scav.
We are moving. We are moving.
Like the cheeky little pinatas that they are.
Where's
We're going
our
slow,
prey?
we don't care.
No mercy.
And of course, you just watch this.
We hunger for the hunt.
Like, there is literally no counterplay, even with all the bonuses in the world. No micro at all, like, no micro required.
We'll take pleasure in their death. We'll die.
Keep building units. I don't even think I hit them with 50 CP, and they just died anyway. Yeah, just...
Ready for violence. Yes, master.
Keep making sure we're paying our taxes. Keep getting back to Germany. In terms of this, there's pretty much this. Some good options. It's a good idea to assassinate people in this position, I think. We definitely do want one Arrakis infiltration. So we can kill them.
We are waiting. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
If you see that they're building armies like right here, you can always like nuke them, just destroy the army. I think almost certainly, I'll actually try to pillage around here, see what happens though.
What's our next step?
No mercy. We'll die if need be. Okay, let's go.
As you can see, this, like the damages, just do a ridiculous amount of fucking damage. It wasn't enough to kill this ridiculous army.
We are waiting.
Go up and deal with that. Shouldn't cost too much.
A nice stroll. No mercy. Okay,
Here, of course, we've
let's
left a
go.
massive landmine for anyone who wants to contest this. I'm mad enough to do that.
We are waiting.
And since we're full on this, we'll grab everything.
Ready for violence. We'll take pleasure in their death.
Have they done? Yeah. If they have defensive breaches, it might be a good idea to run another guy.
We'll die if need be.
Since they're done, I don't think it's that big of an issue.
No
I will definitely
mercy.
start to infiltration. Cancel this. We'll do infiltration cells.
Where's our prey?
And of course, we're just gonna run at him like an absolute psycho.
We hunger for the hunt. Do you need us?
Seems like they've got something better than fighting us, that's fine. Stick our army, go up here, and we're going directly to their main base.
A nice stroll. Yes, yes.
We're just gonna run through. Think they're gonna attack us? No, they're not. That's fine.
We'll die if need be. A nice stroll.
Seems like they're going to attack us.
Okay,
Being on
let's
most
go.
not bad.
A
because they're
gift of
defending
violence.
This, and I think I'll be able to keep
Yes,
If not, we'll just
yes.
sneak them afterwards.
We'll die if need be.
For sure, as soon as our units started, we're just making new ones. Like, when they attack us, they only give us bloodbath, so they only make us stronger. As you can see, it's just kind of insane. It's probably the funnest way to play Harkonen at the moment. I very much enjoy it. It's a very good base to begin from as well. You don't necessarily need to commit yourself to a military domination. You can also win via assassination. You can win via governorship if you eliminate anyone who's a governorship opponent to you. And you can also win via chome. Okay, you've got very many good options that you can play with. If you're really stuck and you can't beat somebody, you can always just nuke them into the ground. I believe it takes at maximum 8 nukes to kill somebody from max HP, even if they have advanced fortifications. So if you need to play defensive in order to nuke somebody into the ground, you can. But as I showed, like literally it does not matter how much people defend against you, you will always seize initiative and just rip them to shreds. Looking at the summary here, you can see of course I've killed way more units. Like the game barely even progressed. It's like month 7 now. But if there was like anyone who's even close to a win con, like as you saw by this, I wasn't close to a win con. If in a situation where we were versing a competent Fremen, or for example, they might be at 20, 22k or something, in that position, like the entire lobby is gonna go for them, right? The only situation where I alone would have to fight them is if they're the last person left, and obviously I decided that they were weak enough for me to leave them for last. In terms of developments, I was quite a bit below everybody else, so I got 14 techs, Fremen got 18, but if you think about it, like I was very meticulous. I used it on the techs that made the most sense, and therefore I think I got the most value. If you look at the, like a lot of people will try to grab things that like economy, and whilst they're doing that, you can see like literally I just got full military at that point, right? And I was more than strong enough to be able to use it. In terms of economy, literally I spent the entire game in negative economy. So as I said, if you're a beginner, you probably don't want to do this, because when you get yourself into a bad situation, when you're losing so much money, it can be pretty hard to recover. In terms of Solari stocks, I was very much the big boy in the lobby. That was because I was relentless with the sieges, relentless with scavenger network, really good. If somebody tries troming, you just kill them. The Emperor is probably the easiest target for this, because the Emperor literally, like, he can attack you with 50 billion artilleries, 50 billion starter cars, and it will not matter. You will always be able to kill his bases. Like, you'll just run up to them, right click, they're dead. He can't counterattack you because his best defensive forces are not his best attacking forces. And as well as that, it's pretty hard for Karina to attack people this patch anyway. Yeah, there's nothing else I really need to look at. In terms of command points, it's really deceptive to look at this this graph when playing with AIs. Usually everybody else would be around here, like at max they would get up to like 40 CP, and they just sit there, right? Like everybody would be on 40 CP as they go for their economy techs and whatnot. The AIs will spam out military very early on, but players will tend to be a lot more passive with that, so you'll be able to seize initiative a lot better. In terms of some other stuff, okay, in terms of army upkeep, so I'll build an army real quick, but just looking at the army upkeep right here, you can see that the army I've got out right now is only costing me 29.4 bucks, which is absurdly cheap, right? Absolutely absurdly cheap. All these units. So when you have a full army of 65 command points, it'll cost you, I believe, $110 upkeep for this composition of military units. That's mostly just because of ground command. You do not need martial economy for this build. You might think that you need martial economy, but it's a very, very expensive tech. And the upkeep doesn't matter too much, because as you saw, I was always very healthy in terms of Solari. And I believe that's very easily replicatable. I replicate it in most of my games, so it should be all good. Yeah, in terms of things I could probably do better, if you can get a Spacing Guild early, it's really good. If you get a really good plascrete zone, that's also really good. Trading with these sieges is really good as well to get some more plascrete. And if you find regions where there's other sieges, it's a good idea, like if there was a siege here, for example, I put down an F, and I just run from one to the other killing them. It produces quite a lot of spice, it produces quite a lot of authority, so regardless of what build you're going into, it's pretty important for you to pillage sieges. This extends to all factions, but Harkonnens definitely have the best ability to do so consistently, and the best ability to capitalize on that. As you saw, I was going into Smuggler's territory and I was pillaging this over and over and over again. If Smugglers was to go in there, I had literally like 15 units, like with the Cerberuses split up, and they all would have dealt their first strike, and that would have just ripped everyone to shreds. Like, especially a Smuggler would just have no defense against that. It just does not matter. I instantly got 3-slot military. You might think that you would want to go 1-slot military and then get your developments, but it's a little bit too slow, I believe. Advanced fortifications cost too much plascrete, And in terms of the defense, you'll very rarely hit on the defense. As I said, if people come to you with a full army after you've come for them, you just don't give a shit. You just shit out a couple Cerberuses. It doesn't take very long. Each one of these units, like for example, when they shit out 4 units, and they might have units that take quite a lot longer to recruit, like for example, Wardens, Supply Drones, Sardaukar, okay, examples like that. These units literally count for 4 units when they split up. So if you think about it, like I'm literally shitting out like 20 or so command points like every 10 seconds or so, which is more than enough to kill any opponents. Anyway, thanks for watching, boys.
We hunger for the
If you've got
hunt.
any other questions, enjoy.